Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and today's all about the hashtag Birthstones Cal 2025. Thank you for joining me so I can showcase everybody's amazing makes for August. But let's have a little refresher of what the cal is all about. So this is a 12-month long cal. So for each and every month, we take inspiration from that month's birthstone, the colors from it, and we create something gorgeous. Now, along the way, you'll see that some of us are building blankets, which is exactly what I'm doing, square by square. Others are, creating beautiful amigurumi. Others are adding to their little collections of, let's say we have an aviary that's growing, for example, a little snake that I look forward to seeing each and every month, and so many other wonderful projects along the way. Now, I have to say that I'm always so happy and excited when I see everyone's emails that get to me before the end of each and every month, because I know that we're going to have so much fun oohing and ahhing over everything, and there is so much inspiration out there. Now, we have 30 entries to showcase this week, which I'm so excited about. And the month of August, we used the peridot or peridot. I can never say that word properly, but it is a lime green color, the birthstone, and you will see some amazing projects. Now, along the way, we've been joined by our lovely friend Rose at Rose Likes Crochet, because she makes stitch markers, and I'm sure you already know that. If you're not already hanging out with Rose, I always say this, I would be very surprised, but if not, go and say hello. Now, Rose ships off to everybody each and every month a set of stitch markers, 4 in fact, and they are the prize that we're all eagerly awaiting to see who will win for the month of August. So in each and every set, we have the birthstone. So there's the birthstone for August, a little cocoa dog, a paw print, and something else that Rose surprises us with. Now, of course, this isn't the only motivation, but it is fun to have something along the way. Now, each and every winner has the opportunity to continue to send in their makes, but they're not in the draw to win again, which was a community discussion that we all had, and concluded that that would be the best way to give as many friends, yarny friends, an opportunity to win a set of these gorgeous stitch markers. Now, I purchased all these stitch markers from Rose, but she's the one that's posting them out to you. So that's so much fun that we get to collaborate together, that you receive something from her along the way. Now, today you're going to see some makes from 2 books that I have had sitting in my stash, and thanks to you guys, I've been inspired to pull them out and actually make some projects from them, because I just love what you've been sending in. So one of the books that you'll see a couple of projects from is Crochet Cute Critters by Sarah Zimmerman, and I actually have this in my collection for maybe 3 years, and more recently, maybe 6 months or so ago, I purchased the Crochet Slippers book. I've even marked a few projects that I'd like to make. So thanks to you guys, as I said, I have been inspired to pull these out, and I will hopefully be working from them very, very soon. Now, everybody that celebrated a month in August, including myself, hip hip hooray to us. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time and you got spoiled by your family and friends. I know a lot of you also celebrated family members and lots of friends along the way as well. So how wonderful is that? And at the end, we'll be talking about September and all the celebrations that will take place in September. And we will also talk about our new birthstone and, what color it'll be and what makes we can send in and by when. Now, I have been working on a blanket using the Sunburst Granny Square, and here is my square for the month of August. Now, as I said before, just use the colors in your stash. You don't have to go out and buy anything. I certainly went with the closest color that I thought would be suitable for the peridot birthstone, and I am using a 9mm hook with my blanket yarn, and these are 8 rounds, and I do join as I go, so you can see the blanket is growing very, very nicely. I absolutely love the feel of this blanket. It is so soft and squishy, and I in total will have 16 squares, because in each corner I'm putting a different square to marry it all up, because I needed to have a blanket that was a little bit bigger than just 12 squares. So that's me done for August. I'm so excited to see what we need to put in for September. But before we do any of that, I need to showcase all of your wonderful makes. So do as I have if you wish. Make yourself a cup of coffee. Mine is sitting there in case I need a sip. And sit back and relax with a mindless project, I say each and every time, because you don't want to miss out on any of these amazing makes. So let's get started, guys. Oh, and what does this mean? Some of you may be asking, why is there a bingo barrel in the background? For anyone that has just joined us, and please, if you have, join along. Everybody is welcome. Everybody receives a bingo ball number. So the color, the ball number, and the letter is allocated to your make, and I will be showing that today. And then we come back in a few days. So we'll come back on Friday. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd of September 2025. So Friday will be the 5th of September 2025. Come back here and we'll draw our winner. Now, apologies in advance if I've missed any email. Please resend it to me. I will be sure to add your ball in the bingo barrel and show your make on Friday. So I can't believe I nearly forgot that. That's my favorite part. Now, this bingo barrel has a mind of its own. Be prepared for Friday. And it was funny because on Sunday, Steve and I went to visit his mum in the nursing home. And when we got there, they were playing bingo. I thought, if you need a bingo caller, I'm here for you guys. Okay, let's get back to the serious task of showcasing your makes. Now, first we have our friend Vicky Kay. And Vicky has been playing catch up with her squares. So here is April's square. Vicky used Anko yarn in white, parchment and dark grey with a 4mm hook. And this is March's square. Vicky used Anko yarn in blue, parchment and dark grey with a 4mm hook. Now you'll see the squares for May, July and August. Vicky used Yatzal yarn in forest green, red and stallion yarn in lime. All the parchment colour is Anko yarn. Yay, Vicky, you have caught up. I think well done. What a great job. That took so much effort. I'm so impressed. So thank you so much for joining us. And now all you have to do is make next month's square. So let's pop you down there for now. And Vicky, your ball is Red Eye 17. So let's pop you down there. I'll leave them here for safekeeping. Now next we have our friend Lynn from Lynn Penguins Creations, another yarny friend here on YouTube. If you're not already hanging out with her, please go and say hello. You will really enjoy hanging out with her. Now Lynn is a previous winner of a set of stitch markers. She was our March winner, and therefore I won't be giving her a ball today, but let's showcase her wonderful make. So Lynn's heart square is absolutely gorgeous. The lime green really pops with the black border. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to see all of your squares together. So Lynn, thank you so much for joining in with us. Now next we have our friend Bella from Bella's Crocheted Gifts, another yarny friend here on YouTube. Once again, go and say hello. I'm pretty sure you all hang out with all of these yarny friends, but I'm just making sure I extend the invitation to you all. Now, Bella's August square is very pretty. Bella is crocheting 12 round granny squares, which she'll join together to make a beautiful blanket, which will go for donation. So Bella, your ball is green 066. Let's pop it down there. Now, next, actually, I'll put them here in front of me. Now, next we have our friend Shirley. Here is Shirley's snowflake square. Shirley used mint green from Big Twist. And look at how beautiful the squares look together. I cannot wait to see this blanket finished as well. I love watching all of the blankets grow. Now, Shirley, your ball is white B8. Now, next, we have our friend Suzanne G. Susan crocheted 2 projects for August. This is a lovely towel topper. Susan used a YouTube tutorial by Nastasia. And here is a C2C dishcloth. And again, another tutorial by Nastasia. Susan used baby Tutgaruk 4-ply 100% cotton in the color pastel green, which represents the peridot perfectly. So Susan, your ball is red eye 19. Next we have our friend Diane S. Now here is Diane's turtle square. It is super cute and will be added to the animal blankie that we've been watching grow each and every week, month I should say. Now this gorgeous Tinkerbell 18-inch doll outfit is a pattern by Pam's Adoring Crochet, and I know that Diane's granddaughter will absolutely love it. So thank you, Diane, for sending in your makes for August. Your ball is yellow N37. Now next we have our friend Pearl. Now when you're looking at Pearl's photos, make sure that you look out in the background because you'll see some of her cross stitch. I believe it's a tablecloth. Now here is the Sticks and Stones beanie, a YouTube tutorial by Litsa me here at Coco's Crochet. Pearl added an applique heart with a gorgeous sparkly pearl heart button on it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Pearl, for making the Sticks and Stones beanie. It's gorgeous. Now, Pearl, your ball is white B5. Now, next we have our friend Kimberly 2853 or Kim. So this is the Sunburst Granny Square for August. Kim used loops and threads impeccable in the color Laurel with a 5mm hook. Kim has crocheted some neutral squares in grey and plans to join all her squares with the same colour. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and you know how much I love the Sunburst Granny Square. So Kimberly, your ball is blue G49. Now next we have our friend Alley Cat. This is such a pretty kitchen set. I absolutely love how happy it makes me. The colors are bright and cheerful, and I would absolutely love this set in my kitchen. So thank you so much, Alley Cat, for sending it in to us. Now your ball is yellow N36. And next we have our friend Vicky D. How cute is this guy? Vicky used Temu yarn and a 4mm hook. And there is no way that he didn't make you smile. Am I right? I know I am. So Vicky, thank you for sending him in to us. Now your ball is blue G46. Next we have our friend Missa Pippin. Now those of you who have been with us for the whole time, you will know that Missa has been crocheting 3 projects for each and every month. Now this adorable baby doll and sleeping bag is a purchased pattern from Etsy by Horolada Design. And here is a very pretty willow square. The pattern is a YouTube tutorial by Crochet with Yarn Child. And I absolutely love watching Mrs. Snake grow. Here's a purchase pattern from Etsy by the Crochet Code. Missa used a gorgeous DK green yarn for all her makes with a 4mm hook and a 4.5mm hook for the snake. Absolutely gorgeous. Now Missa, your ball is yellow N35. Now next we have our friend Laura P, and she's also making a blanket or creating squares to go towards a blanket. Now Laura is crocheting, I believe they're 10 round granny squares with a black border. Laura is joining them together to make a gorgeous blanket. I cannot wait to see that one finished as well. Thank you, Laura, for sending in your square and your blanket. So far, your ball is red I20. Now next we have our friend Thea. Now these dinosaur slippers are so super cute. The pattern is from the book Crochet Animal Slippers by Ira Rott, R-O-T-T. Thea sprayed the bottom with silicone to avoid slips. That is a great tip. Thank you for that, Thea. And your ball is yellow N33. By now, I'm pretty sure Thea would have made every slipper in that book. Now, next we have our friend Valerie H. This beanie is the Easy Beanie pattern by Bag O Day, a YouTube tutorial. Valerie used Red Heart Super Saver in the color Spring Green. It's just so pretty, right? Thank you so much, Valerie. Your ball is white B7. Next we have our friend Marie E. Now, this blanket is destined for Camp Boggy Creek. It is the double crochet shell stitch, so beautiful. Marie used Red Heart yarns in the colors Green Ombre, Aran, and Buff with a 5.5mm hook. Another very beautiful blanket to go off to Camp Boggy Creek. Marie, your ball is Blue G50. And next we have our friend Natasha from Hooks and Stitches. She too is here on YouTube, and if you're not already hanging out with her, go and do so. She is so sweet and has so many beautiful projects going. She even has, I think, quite a few of our Yarny friends have crochet along, so don't miss out. Go and see those as well. Now, this is Natasha's C2C square for August. Natasha is joining her squares to make a beautiful blanket, and she has caught up with quite a few of her squares of late too, so well done, Natasha. Now, your ball is Red Eye 24. Now, next we have our friend Sharon K. This heart square is made using We Love Yarn Mega Ball Aran from Hobie for the heart and Spot Saver in Cream for the rest of the square. Sharon is using her very cute axolotl hook for this project. Isn't it adorable? Thank you, Sharon, for sending in your heart square. Your ball is Yellow N34. Next, we have our friend Sally from Nanny Moon's Crochet, another lovely yarny friend, which if you're not already doing so, go and hang out with her as well. Now, Sally crocheted 3 Sticks and Stones beanies. Sally used Wendy Aran yarn in the color Aloe, Woolcraft Shelton Heather Aran in the color Spring Green, and Woolcraft New Fashion yarn in the color Apple. And for all of them, she used a 5.5mm hook. I just love them all. Thank you so much, Sally, for sending them in to us. Your ball is White B4. Now, next we have our friend Annette. Now, Annette is our April winner of the stitch markers. So thank you for sending in your mate to us, Annette, but you won't be getting a ball today. Now, here is Annette's circle square. I feel so funny when I say that every time. Your choice, Annette, of the green to represent the peridot is very, very pretty. So thank you so much for joining us, Annette. Now, next we have our friend Margaret V. May I introduce you to Iggy the Iguana. Here's a pattern by Sarah Zimmerman from her Crochet Cute Critters book, the one I showed you earlier. Valerie used Big Twist yarn in the colours Limelight and Varsity Orange and Red Heart Super Saver in Camouflage. And Valerie tells us that her son absolutely loves Ziggy. I love that. Thank you so much, Margaret, for sharing him with us. Your ball is Red Eye 16. Now, next we have our friend Helen R. She too is a previous winner. She won our February set of stitch markers. So thank you so much, Helen, for sending in your make. Now, this very pretty dishcloth is the Daisy Wheel dishcloth, a pattern from Pinterest. Helen used Bernat Handicrafted cotton and a 5mm hook. Thank you so much, Helen, for joining us. Now, next we have our friend Valerie R. Look at Myrtle the Turtle, requested by Valerie's granddaughter, who absolutely loves her because Myrtle's gone off to her forever home now. Valerie used Yarn Smith's Chunky Chenille yarn in the colours Latte and Celery. Myrtle is 14 inches long, and I just think she's just cuteness overload, and she looks so soft. That yarn must be gorgeous. Thank you so much, Valerie, for sharing Myrtle with us. Your ball is White B2. Now, next we have our friend Caroline W. This is a green Electus parrot. Isn't he gorgeous? Caroline used her pattern from the Parakeet. The pattern is by MJA Lisa on Etsy. Now, that aviary of yours, Caroline, is filling up, but I do believe you will have room for 4 more birds. Let's see how we go. Thank you so much for sending in your parrot. Your ball is green 068. Now next we have our friend Josephine, and she has sent in 2 makes for us. Now this Iggy the iguana, previous Iggy's cousin, is a pattern by Sarah Zimmerman from the book Crochet Cute Critters. Josephine used 4-weight yarn and a 2.75mm Clover or more hook, and he's going to go to donations. Now meet Patrick the Frog. Isn't he a dapper chap? Patrick is an Etsy pattern by khiccay.com. His shorts and collar are removable. Josephine tells us his tiny fingers almost made her stop. Josephine used 4-weight yarn and a 3.5mm hook. I'm so glad you didn't stop, Josephine. Patrick is adorable. So thank you for sending them in. Now, Josephine, your ball is green 062. Now, next we have our friend Dawn. This very pretty Sakura market bag is a pattern from KAME Crochet Designs. Dawn used peaches and cream cotton yarn in the colour Limeade. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Dawn, for sending in your market bag, and your ball is yellow N31. Now next we have our friend Star Shelton. Look at this super adorable baby set. I love the little star blanket and the little octo. The yarn colours pulled beautifully, and the little octo looks like he's a ninja octo. Did you notice how it pulled around his eyes, the colour? Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Star Shelton, for sending them in to us. And from memory, I think that all your makes go to the NICU. I'm pretty sure. Let us know in the comments. So, Star Shelton, your ball is yellow N32. And then we have our friend Liza. Now, Liza shares with us her beautiful pot holder. It has great texture and the colour choice is just perfect. Thank you so much, Liza. Your ball is red I23. And next we have our friend Jana Kay from Flourish Crochet with Jana Kay. Now, again, another YouTube yarny friend. If you're not already hanging out with her, you really must go ahead. She has some great projects happening. Now, Jana Kay was our July winner, and she tells us that she's loving using her Cocoa Stitch marker with her Bougie Crochet wearable project. I love that. So here is a beautiful ribbed beanie, a free tutorial from Viv Crochets. Jana Kay used Olivia yarn from Nepal, and it's 100% acrylic DK. So thank you so much, Jana Kay, for joining us as well. Now, our friend Marta H has joined us. So meet Howie the Voodoo Doll. He is seriously super cute. Marta used Big Twist Twinkle yarn in green, and Marta shares Howie was a super easy pattern which worked up quickly. Well, isn't that great to know? And I love all that sparkle in the yarn. Thank you, Marta, for sending in Owie. Your ball is white B6. And lucky last, we have our friend Julianne. Now, Julianne was our June Stitch Markers winner. This very sweet alligator is a pattern from the Friendly Red Fox. Julianne used Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and let's be real, could he be any cuter? So thank you, each and every one of you, for sending in your makes to us. They are so super adorable. If I've missed anyone, as I said, please send me an email, and by Friday, when we do our draw for the winner, or spin our barrel, I will be sure to add your ball in there and show your make. Now, let's get on to September. So everyone that will be celebrating our birthday in September, hip hip hooray to you in advance. I hope you have a wonderful month. And if you have any family or friends, I hope that, you all spoil each other. Now, for September, we're going to go with the Sapphire. And I'm going to pop my glasses on in a moment. What a beautiful blue that is. So choose a blue from your stash that is as close as possible. Now I need my glasses for this. Now let's have a little bit of information on the sapphire. Now the word sapphire comes from the Greek word saphiros. Ancient Persians believed that the earth rested on a giant sapphire which made the sky blue. Medieval Europeans believed that sapphires had healing powers, curing plague, boils, and eye diseases. Wow. The sapphire symbolizes fidelity, truth, sincerity, and the soul. Well, that's pretty cool. So if you're born in September, that's your birthstone. Now, I know there are some other variations, as we've said in our very first video, I think, but these are the colors and the months that we're going with. So what do you need to do to enter? Simple. All you have to do is make something inspired by the sapphire colors, the gemstone. Send it in to me by midnight, Sydney, Australia time, the 30th of September, and then we will do this all over again. So I'm going to go in my stash now and see if I can get a color as close to this one as possible. I think I have one in mind at the top of my head. I hope I still have it available. Sometimes I think there's a color there and I've already used it, but I'm sure that amongst all my blanket yarn, I will find a color that is suitable. So until I see you on Friday, for spinning this crazy little barrel, I hope you're all taking the time to just have some downtime with your crochet, a nice cup of coffee or whatever your preferred choice of drink is. And until I see you very soon, take care everyone. Bye bye for now.